Hello everyone. We will continue the topic enhancements and modifications. And in the previous video, we studied what a user exit is. Now, in this video, we will study how to find a user exit. What are the various ways to find a user exit? Suppose we have a standard program which belongs to SAP sales and distribution module, how we can find a user exit in that particular program. But yes, the prerequisite is that program or transaction code should belongs to only SAP sales and distribution module. So we have three ways to find a user exit. So, what is the first way? You can check the documentation of the program, and SAP provided a very good documentation to find a particular user exit. So, with the help of documentation, we can reach up to a dedicated user exit. Now, what is the second way? You can search for the statement perform user exit. In the previous video, we covered that every user exit starts with a perform keyword because user exit are subroutines. So you can simply search for the statement perform user exit. With the help of this statement, you can find the user exits in that particular program. And what is the third way? We have a dedicated package. The name of the package is vmode. SAP provided a package vmode. In this particular package, we can find all the user exits which belongs to SAP sales and distribution module. So total we have three ways to find a user exit in any program which belongs to sales and distribution module. The first one is you can check the documentation of the program. Second way, you can search for the statement perform user exit. The third way is you can check into package vmode, which is a dedicated package for the user exits. Now we will go for one of the most important, I'll say, point here. What is the most important point here? We cannot find a user exit by putting a breakpoint on a keyword. Suppose simple example, when we want to find a function module exit, which is the part of customer exit, at that time what we did, we simply put a breakpoint on the keyword call customer hyphen function, and program automatically stopped on all the function module exit. And it makes our task easier that with the help of debugging, we can find that function module exit. Suppose whenever you want to find a classic body, you simply went to the class cl underscore exit handler. In that class, we have a method get underscore instance. We put a breakpoint and we are able to find all the classic bodies one by one. When we want to find a new body, we simply put the breakpoint on the keyword call body or get body, and we are able to find all the new bodies one by one. But this is not the case with user exit. In case of user exit, we do not have a dedicated keyword in on which you can put a breakpoint and find the user exits one by one. So we have to use these three ways only to find a dedicated user exit. Yes, sometimes, yes, finding a user exit is a time consuming process also. But yes, we have these alternatives by which we can find a particular user exit. And documentation, which is given by SAP, is extremely good documentation, which helps us to find a particular user exit. Now, what we will do, we will take a particular program, or we can say we will take a particular transaction code, and we will see how to find a user exit in that program by using these three ways. So what I will do, I will go to VA01 transaction code. We all know that VA01 transaction code is used to create a sales order. And yes, this transaction code belongs to sales and distribution module. Yes, it belongs to SAP SD module. So we can find the user exits here. Now, what is the first way? You can check the documentation of the program. So how you can go for documentation of the program? Simply go for system, go for status. We all know we can check the program by this way. You can go for system status. Double click on the program. Whenever you will double click on the program, you can see SAP clearly documented that these all include programs are for the user exits. In all these include programs, we have the user exits available. Suppose simple. In the previous video, I told you that MV45AFZZ is one of the most important program in which we have the user exits for sales order available. Yes, VA01 is for sales order. Yes, and you can see, you can clearly find this one of the most important include program. Whenever I will double click onto this include program, yes, I will find so many user exits there, and I can check, yes, depends upon my requirement, which user exit is best suitable for my requirement. Suppose simple. If I will double click onto this MV45AFZZ, now you can see we are finding so many user exits. Suppose you can see we have the first user exit form user exit underscore delete underscore document. We already covered that every user exit is a subroutine, and you can see we have a form and end form, and in between this we can write our logic. And SAP provide a very good documentation that this user exit is for which particular purpose. So you can simply read the documentation. SAP clearly mention whenever you want to delete data in additional tables, you have to use this particular user exit. Suppose we have another user exit field modification, and SAP provide a very excellent documentation that you have to use this user exit in which particular purpose. Suppose we have user exit move field to VBAK. We all know VBAK and VBAP are the major tables for the sales order, and SAP clearly mentioned that in which scenario you have to use this particular user exit. Suppose similarly, we have user exit move field to VBAP, move field to VBEP, move field to VBKD. So we have so many user exits available, and the best part is SAP documented those user exit, so you can easily reach up to the conclusion that which user exit is fulfilling your requirement. Suppose if I will scroll down, SAP required a user exit here. User exit save document. So whenever your final document will be saved, at that time this user exit will come into picture. Suppose we have this user exit save document prepare. So this user exit is used for before saving a particular document. So each and every user exit is extremely documented by the extremely well documented by the SAP, and we can read the documentation and check, yes, which user exit is fulfilling our requirement. Suppose I will go for another transaction code and I will show you same to same process there also. Suppose I'm going to VL01 and transaction code. We all know VL01 and transaction code is to create a delivery. Yes, it also belongs to SAP sales and distribution module. So how you can find the user exits there? Simply go for system. Simply go for status, double click on the program. This is the program, and you will find the user exits there. Just write user exits, and you can see SCP clearly documented these user exits. So these all are the user exits program. Whenever we will go inside this include program, we will find so many user exits. Suppose if I will go for this first one, suppose if I will double click, you can clearly find we have a form user exit batch determination. If I will scroll down, we have user exit LGORT determination and SAP documented. Based upon the documentation, you can clearly find out that which user exit is fulfilling your requirement. So what is the summary of the video? What we studied in this particular video, that total we have three ways to find a user exit. You can go for documentation of the program. Second way, you can find the statement perform user exit. The third way is you can check into package v mode. Then what we did, we simply took the example of VA01 and VL01 and we find the user exit into these transaction codes by checking the documentation of the program itself. Yes, SAP documented that in these particular include programs, you have the user exits. You can go to those include programs and you will find so many user exits there. You can read the documentation and you can find which user exit is fulfilling your requirement. Now, in the next video, we will check how we can use these other two ways also to find the user exits. So that's it in this video. Thank you.